Welcome back to Show and Tell with BTL. I'm Will.
And I'm Andrew. Good morning. Merry Christmas.
And we have Papa Noel back here with us.
That's one of many names.
What are some of the other names?
Well, there's Kris Kringle, of course. There's Père Noël in France, and Santa Claus, of course, that everyone knows in America, which was, of course, brought from the people in Holland who started with Sinterklaas.
What about Topo Gigio?
Yes, that's a very unusual one.
Excuse you, bless you.
So last segment, y'all got to talking about this whole reindeer thing and smells. So I brought something kind of special that might help with this. It's a special cologne that only Santa wears. This one's called Elf Doodles. It smells like Snickerdoodles. We could just blast this out really good, and
May I?
We'll let.
Yeah, I'm out.
It's pretty potent stuff. Andrew might really like it a little bit. Yeah, it
smells good.
Yeah, it's oh my God. Okay, well. Yeah, there's that label that says not to be taken internally. This is why
But
Andrew
it smells
has
like
his own
cookies.
list.
It smells like cookies.
Yeah,
it doesn't taste like cookies.
But no, it's not. Oh my God.
You need to get your money back.
So, what has been the most popular gift requested this year?
Well, let's see. If it depends on who you're asking. For little boys, they have been very big on Nintendo Switches. And if you're asking little girls, LOL dolls are very popular again this year. And Barbie is always a classic. The Barbie Dream House and the Barbie Camper have been very popular this year.
My lips are numb.
I believe that. Hey, maybe this was a benefit. Maybe we've created a way to just
shut him up.
Maybe make him a silent night here on BTL with Andrew.
It's hard to carry a show all by yourself. Though,
Well,
Santa.
yeah, that's probably. We shouldn't have done that now. We just waited till later.
I'm speaking to the choir on that one, though.
I guess.
So, in addition to all your Santa duties, I know that you do pop in with your different Santa's helpers in malls and places like that.
Very much so.
You will pop in, so nobody ever really knows which is the true Santa they're getting. So what were some of your favorite experiences this season?
Well, all over the place. I have to say I was doing some visiting here in Huntsville a few weeks ago, and Santa had to borrow a little what we call ground transportation at the North Pole. The reindeer don't do good on the Parkway. It's not a good scene. So a friend of mine here loans me his big red truck so I can be a little incognito. And wouldn't you know, the tag on it looks like it's expired. Santa got pulled over by a police officer the other night. It was just amazing. Like the blue lights came on. I was very disappointed they didn't have red and green lights, but the blue lights came on and Santa pulled over and I looked at the officer and I said, "Can I help you?" And he was actually very embarrassed. He asked, he said that the plate on the truck that I had borrowed was expired, but then he realized it wasn't. And he actually just kind of walked up to the window, saw it was Santa driving, and just shook his head and said, "You're good to go, sir."
Oh, wow. So you didn't
He
get
just turned around and walked away. He said, "My bad, your plate's fine." And I really do think he was quite embarrassed. I'll bet they didn't talk about that at the precinct.
So is he on the naughty list or the nice list?
It was a mistake. So
Well, I mean, he let Santa go. I mean, come
yes,
on.
and he did let Santa go. So he gets to be on the nice list.
Okay.
It's a terrible thing to put police officers on the naughty list. That could end up in a really bad way for all of Santa's other helpers driving around.
So being a retired police officer, I appreciate that.
There you
Does
go.
that
There you go.
help me stay on the nice list?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's I mean, you've done this show for what, 2 years now, with Andrew? That's top of the nice list right there, just for that.
You had a basket and it had a bunch of stuff in it. What else is in Santa's special basket?
You never know what you may find in Santa's basket. Again, here are those keys that go
to that big red truck.
To the alternate sleigh. We have the not to be taken internally cookie cologne. We have
Spray it on, wear it, don't eat
the
it.
very special Santa's sack that has a couple of really good things. Oh, this is very important. We should talk about this. Everybody wants to know what in the world this key might be for. It's a very, very special key.
It's gold.
I keep it with me usually on the big
I'll give you
suit
$10
with
for it.
The big bet. No.
Can I melt it down?
This is
Scrap
not
it?
Pickers. This is not the American Pickers show. This is Broadway Theater.
I love those guys.
But yes, it's a very special key. Can anybody guess what we do with this amazing special key?
Is it what you open up the houses with to go to the chimneys?
Ding, ding, ding,
See,
ding, ding.
Will has been around the block a couple times with Santa. Now, I a very concerned little boy one time who, when I explained, this is Santa's magic key. If you don't happen to have a chimney, I can come in the front door. And he said, like tomorrow? And this was like in November. And I said, no, it only works on Christmas Eve. So I have to preface that every time that I talk to small children about the magic key. It only works on Christmas Eve. I can't come in on July 4th and check out your house. It doesn't work.
I don't think anybody wants to see Santa on
And
July
nobody wants
4th,
to
do
see
they?
Santa.
That makes me a little nervous though, because I'm afraid one of these days you're going to walk through somebody's front door and on the other side is going to be like, I don't know, a cop or something. You're going to get thrown in the slammer anyway.
Well, that's what this is for. There's a little special opening, and usually I look through it to see if people are nice, but it also lets me see if there's anything bad going on the other side of the door before we walk in, because there was that embarrassing incident way back in 1953 with the blue house coat. We're just not going to talk about that anymore.
Blue house coat.
So does that help
There's
you
a
kind of
story
not
there.
be seen when you go in a house?
Oh yes, there's a lot of magic.
So then I have to ask, does Bigfoot have a special key that makes him blurry in all the photographs?
Bigfoot and Santa are somewhat related, but I can't talk about that on a public forum because then it'll go viral. We'll have people all over the North Pole looking for. No, we're not going to.
I remember in that one movie, it was Santa and the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny.
Rise of the Guardians.
Yes, I bet you that's where Sasquatch. He hangs out with all of them in the club.
There was one that, and that may have been the same one, that had Santa. He had elves, but then he also had Sasquatch-looking creatures that actually did the presents. Ooh. I mean, it's still been Rise of the Guardians I'm talking about.
We tried that once, and it really didn't work really well because Bigfoots come, you think this is an odor, they come with their own special smell, and it is not nutmeg and gingerbread and dreams. It is a whole different thing, so we kind of quit that because the little boys and girls were getting a little annoyed when their presents smelled a little bit. So
Okay.
we don't do that anymore.
So I know we asked you this last year.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite Santa Claus movie?
Oh, the
Where you're portrayed in?
Well, my favorite portrayal of Santa Claus, and this is very specific, it's Miracle on 34th Street. Now, it's the original, very old black and white one before the magic of color came along. But yes.
The one with Natalie Wood?
The one with Natalie Wood. She does the best job in that movie. But I think that is one of the most accurate depictions of the spirit and the appearance of Santa.
You know, as opposed to that old black and white of Miracle on 32nd Street, it just wasn't the same.
No, it's the Miracle on 32nd Street involved some other magical creatures that we're not going to talk about on Broadway Theater League show, but he keeps taking us down these roads.
So, if that's your favorite portrayal of Santa, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Well, my favorite Christmas movie of all time, I'm going to do some categories. So we have comedies. I think it's hard to beat either A Christmas Story, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the sequel that has Ralphie all grown up,
Major thumbs up.
unbelievably good.
Yes.
I liked it.
That's a good
Yes.
classic.
I didn't particularly care for A Christmas Story,
Oh, okay.
but I loved A Christmas Story.
Well, I just like the part
Whatever it's
where
called.
Santa
A
gets
Christmas
to
Story,
kick him down the
Christmas.
slide. That's my favorite part of that. But I think for a just overall general Christmas movie, I also like the spirit of A Christmas Carol, the 1984 CBS version that starred George C. Scott.
Oh,
okay.
Very good
He was kind of
portrayal.
grumpy, yeah. He's a grumpy
He was
man.
very grumpy, but it was a great redemption at the end of it. And that's my favorite part of that.
My favorite Christmas Carol is the one Disney did with Jim Carrey playing Scrooge,
That was quite clever.
because the technical side of it,
Yes.
it being animated, they could make it look like London.
I like when he got shrunk down to be mouse size. And all
Yes.
that. Yes, there's a lot of fun in that one.
Oh, so they made it much more true to the original novel
Yep.
then. So what's your favorite version of A Christmas Carol?
My favorite Christmas movie is
Well, that's not what I asked you.
my favorite Christmas Carol.
Yeah,
A
which
song.
version?
Oh, a
There
song.
are so many versions, and you can include the
Song?
wonderful
No,
theater
which version
that
of-
Fantasy
of-
Playhouse does every year.
Which version of Scrooge do you like the best? Which
Oh, jeez. Oh, the one with Bill Murray.
Scrooge?
Scrooge,
Yes.
a modern take on a classic tale.
So
Exactly.
what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, it's a dramedy. Home for the Holidays. Never seen it?
I don't think so.
Need to watch it.
I'm going to have
Has
to
it got
go
Bing
back to
Crosby in it?
the North Pole and look.
Oh no, it was done. I think it was done like in the '90s. It's got Holly Hunter, Anne Bancroft.
I don't know who either one of those people are. I'm sorry.
Bill doesn't know who Holly Hunter is. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Wow.
The Anne
Okay.
Bancroft part I maybe get, but Holly Hunter. Anyway, I'll have to check that out. That sounds very good. What is
Yes.
your favorite movie?
Oh man, mine Wow. My favorite Christmas movie.
There's so many.
The one that's got the heat miser and the cold miser in it.
Oh, the Rankin Bass.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
I do have to say, I really enjoy the Rudolph Rankin Bass show, mostly because Santa looks a whole lot like Santa, I think. Down to
Especially the
bald
beard.
head.
It's like
your
a-
your, your
it's like a
beard, your beard is
self-portrait.
exactly like his. Yes,
very,
yes.
very much so. So that's a favorite.
Do you ever get to go consult on movies? And so this is how Santa would actually do it?
They asked me in one time, and somebody said I was difficult and put me on the naughty list. So that hasn't happened in quite a while.
Do you have a hospitality rider?
Yes, we have to have the perfect red and white candy canes. We cannot have the white and red ones. We have to have the red and white ones. That is written in there
So
specifically.
no fancy flavors though either, right?
No, just
Oh, okay.
peppermint.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
the only
okay,
kind of
yes.
candy cane there is.
Yes, yes,
There's
yes.
bubble gum and all this.
But we can't give any to Jeff White though.
No.
Okay, got
The
it.
poor man
I
has a
understand.
peppermint allergy, and that was horribly wrong one time when we were taking pictures. Oh, so bad.
You know, Jeff White might make a good Santa helper.
Oh, I bet you if he ate one of these, it would turn him red and white striped.
It probably would.
Oh.
But yes, lately with his very long whiskers, he would
Yes,
do a
yes, yes.
very wonderful impersonation.
Have
So-
you ever thought about like starting your own Santa camp or Santa, making new Santas or
Well,
training new
I've
Santas?
actually been to several Santa academies where we actually do
Ooh.
teach.
Like
people who would-
university?
Yes. Santa University. In fact, there's one coming up in March right here in Gatlinburg, up the road a little bit. They'll have lots of classes and how to
Reindeer
ho
games?
properly. There are no reindeer games. Reindeer know what to do instinctively. Santa, not so much.
Is this the same one where they have the Santa parade?
They have a big parade down the middle of the city, and what you said explains it all. Everybody wonders, how do you put 300 Santa's helpers in one place and not confuse the children? Well, the idea is to figure out where the real Santa is. Of course,
Right.
we're here now, but
It's like, where's Waldo?
Yes, exactly.
And
Exactly.
so the trick is to discover who the real Santa really is.
So this is going to be a very deep question.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Having decades and eons of experience, what's the key to enjoying Christmas?
Ooh, that is a very, very good question. Well, first of all, you need a good red and white candy cane to put a sweet bent on everything. But mostly, and you wouldn't think somebody who can deliver 8,434 presents in an hour would say this, but the trick really is to slow down and take some time with your family and your friends and enjoy all the little things about Christmas. Maybe it's just driving down the parkway here and seeing the pretty snowflake lights. Maybe it's enjoying a Christmas cookie or just sitting and enjoying a really good movie, but just slow down and enjoy the season. Don't get caught up in all the hustle and bustle. Let Santa worry about that.
Absolutely.
That was an amazing answer.
I have one just tiny little favor. My mouth still tastes really, really bad. Can I have one of those,
I
please?
think you should have one of the very special candy canes to get that bad. It's,
You have to
it's
open it
better if
first.
you take the plastic
I
off.
thought it was kind of funny. I swear, I did not wake up this morning.
It's been a lot of fun, guys, but I've really got to get back to the North Pole and figure. See, that he figured out the easy way to open it, though.
That's how I open them too.
By the way, I appreciate y'all helping during the Christmas parade a week or two ago. That was so much fun, taking all the pictures and these two trying to help out. It was really.
Sorry.
Did you like my elf costume I brought?
I did. He makes a wonderful big elf.
Awesome.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Merry
Make
Christmas.
sure you get to bed early this year. I don't want to hang out in that holding pattern we had to do over Cleveland last year. So everybody go to bed early. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, Santa. We
Thank
love
you,
you, Santa.
Santa.
See you soon, Santa.
Nobody wants to get stuck in a holding pattern over Cleveland, that's for sure, at any time. Anyhow, we're going to cut to a break and come back and give you our final Christmas wishes.
We'll see you in just a minute.